Time to catch up on the business news. Nona Peltier is with us in the Auckland studio. Good afternoon to you. I nearly said good morning. It must be force of habit. Get up too early every morning. Now, you've had a bit of economic data to chew over today. What's that telling us?
The big numbers today were the retail figures for the June quarter, which were surprisingly high. In fact, they were the highest in almost 10 years in terms of growth. So we saw the numbers rise 2.3% in the quarter.
People pretty keen to open their wallets.
They certainly were, and they were spending their money on, believe it or not, home renovation stuff, hardware and so on, garden supplies, which I kind of was surprised by that because isn't it winter?
Oh, Kiwis love doing that stuff at all hours. You only have to go
apparently that's so. Anyway, so those numbers were pretty strong, and we also had some good numbers out of the performance of manufacturing index, which is a sort of interesting number which measures how much we're manufacturing, shows that employment growth was up as well, and we're going to have some labour market data next week.
All right, now corporate news, you're looking at Synlait as well.
Yeah, Synlait, they came up with a new forecast for their full year result. Amazing. They have really turned things around there. So, yeah, it's, I think, triple what they were made last year, their net profit. Their forecast is well above even market expectations. The market was expecting, $23 million? That's right. And they're now forecasting something in the order of $34 to $35 million, which is 3 times what they made last year, $10.6 million. And you might wonder, why? Infant formula. Big demand for that. So that's quite positive for the industry. That's, it's a very positive tone, and the industry certainly would have needed that kind of a boost at the end of the week.
What about the markets? How are they looking, Nona?
Well, look, the Reserve Bank has come out. We've talked about those loan to value ratios at the lending restrictions, in fact, what they are in the housing market. So the bank was going to bring them in. The central bank was bringing those in September 1.
They pushed them back, have they?
A whole month, just to give the banks a bit more time to sort themselves out. So that's interesting. And speaking of the Reserve Bank, they, of course, lowered the cash rate, the official interest rate yesterday. And that, believe it or not, saw our dollar rise about a cent or more.
That was a bit counterintuitive, wasn't it? Because you'd expect it to go the other way.
Well, apparently some people thought it should go a lot more. They should have cut twice as much as they did. They didn't, so that caused the New Zealand dollar to spike up to 73.5 cents. But it's the old story, the US dollar has got a happy smiley face on it because looks like the Fed is back on talking about raising interest rates there. That saw the US dollar rise. New Zealand dollar fell back to something still quite high. Ended the day here, actually the week as a matter of fact, at 72 US cents, 93.6 Australian, 55.5 British pence. And our NZ Top 50 index was actually a little changed, but very close to a record high, still ending up just 9 points to 7,363. And that's it for the week.
Oh, lovely way to end the week. Thank you very much, Nona.